This is crazy. So right after the last video I made, God triggered something in my brain. It's almost like, it ain't almost like, he's putting the pieces together. So you mean to tell me this world is a bunch of full of cults? You mean to tell me my reality in this reality world is a bunch of cults? So what God showed me was how this whole twist began. He showed me, and it's so crazy because I was talking about the Mean Girls and that experience with the girl I kissed. And then after that, I got this whole name as a hoe. So it's a lot. All right, so basically, not even basically. So that night, I kissed that girl. She made a name for myself that wasn't true. I met this girl. I'm not going to say her name. Her first initial start with D. Okay? First initial of her first name start with D. Even back then, she had the same best friend that was at the party, the all-white party with her, who was, talking about she is a hoe. She is a hoe. Y'all got to stay with me because it's a lot that God is feeding my brain. Like, it's a lot. So just walk with me. So back then, I was very young and I was still learning myself. So the girl D, I'm going to say D, that's the first initial of her first name. I liked her. We would see each other every now and then, seen her in the club, and I'm kind of like chasing behind her. So she knew a little bit about me when I was younger. She didn't know my last name. She didn't know like what school I went to. She didn't know my people. She didn't know none of that. It was literally like meeting somebody, liking somebody, then, hitting the clubs and you see that person that you like. And you trying to get them to, really get to see me. You know what I'm saying? Get to know me. And I kept telling her that, get to know me. And all things she used to say, now you got a name for yourself. You a hoe. And I'm like, I'm not a hoe. Why you keep on saying it? My friend told me you kissed her. Like this shit sounds like fucking middle school, bro. This shit almost really pissing me the fuck off. I'm being honest. Not everything the truth. God said he was gonna tell me the truth, but I didn't even know this shit was gonna wrap into all of this. So as time went on, Katrina hit and everything, because by that time I had moved there. By the time Katrina hit, like I had met a girl when I was 19, when she was 32. For some reason, I was always attracted to older women because I was emmed by an older woman. Okay, so in a relationship with her, and I would see D out, every now and then out and about, pushing along. Moved to Houston. She ended up, after Katrina, she ended up being in Houston. Seen her again. My ex at the time, and her girl, who she cheated on me with, which, like, I don't hold grudges. Like, hey, thing about me, I heal from my shit. And I don't gotta be mad at your girl that you cheated on me with. That y'all happy, cool. Thank you for leaving my life so I can find somebody that's worth my time. Because obviously you wasn't, because you a cheater, right? I got cool with my ex, I thought, until that's a whole nother story. I'm not gonna get to that because she was faking the funk, wearing a fucking mask, trying to stay in my life, keep tabs on me anyway. So at the time, the ex that I was with, I'm talking about, not with, the ex I'm talking about, who moved to Houston, who ended up being with the girl one of the girls that she cheated on me with. Her first initial name was B. Okay, B like boy. And she had like this little party gathering that was gonna happen and stuff like that. And then I was like, well, can I invite D? So D was coming, because we never got a chance to know each other like all throughout those years. The only thing she thought about me was I was a hoe. That's all she knew. Like, literally, she knows nothing about me. Nothing. She didn't even know if I had kids or nothing at the time. Like, literally, that's how much she knew about me. And so, I don't remember. I don't know if I went or I didn't. But my ex at the time, B, and her girl told me to not get with her because she had A. Y'all know what I'm talking about, A. AIDS. That's what she said. And even though my ex was like a total manipulator, this is the same ex who played mind games with me, cheated on me, said she had a cell phone, said she didn't have a cell phone, the cell phone was in her hand. That ex. I was 19, she was 32. That girl ran circles around my forehead. Okay? Anyway, because we're not going to get back. Y'all got to go back and look at those videos about, you know, all the exes I've been through, you know, all the exes I've been with and all the stuff that I've been through with them. And that's that ex. Okay? So anyway, I was like, what? And it was like, she got like 9 kids. This is what they told me. So my ex-B and her girl was like, we ain't gonna do you like that. We ain't gonna do you like that. And I don't know, like, I can't say that's the truth or not. Even though in my cards, it says somebody had AIDS. I don't know. I can't tell you. Guys gonna have to tell me that. All I heard was that's correct. I heard that is correct. Okay. So I don't know why they would help me like that because my ex was just hateful. Okay? But that's what they told me. Now I'll get with her because she got AIDS and 9 kids. She still mess with guys. Okay, so I backed off. I was like, you know, that's not the life I want to live, and definitely not want to be with someone who would not disclose that or say something or something, you know, and I can't say for her to disclose anything because we never even got that far. So I can't say what she would have said and what she wouldn't have said. So I'm not going to put that on her. So anyway, it's like we had this, I don't say a connection. It wasn't really a connection. It was just like we always saw each other, like randomly, no matter what state. Like I was going there, you know, you talking about somebody who was 18 and now who at the time I saw her, I'm gonna say the last time I saw her, but the time before that at the white party when her and her best friend, who she had been best friends since I was 18, okay, was at the party. I was at the time, I was about 46. I'm 48. That's how long this person kept popping up. We just kept running to each other. So I told her that, and you know, they did that. And it wasn't that I did not like her, because I did like her, but I just couldn't, everything that God would keep me from her. To even much like getting, you know, going to the next step or trying to get to know her. And she just kept showing me who she was. I mean, like the fact that you got to get your best friend like kids and somehow she's a hoe when you never got the chance to know me. You took that one thing from when I was 18, kissing a girl, because I always been for the underdogs. I always felt bad for people who seemed like they couldn't have something, or like, oh, you know, they felt like the underdog, they couldn't get the cool girl, the girl that was cute or whatever, fine as fuck. You know, like it was me trying to show this chick, like, you know, like you can, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you can get somebody that's beautiful, you know, and I see you, you know, it was my way, even if I wasn't even awakened. That's just been who I am. Feel me? And I think I talk fast because it be so much coming in my brain that God be giving me, and I need to, trying to like learn how to get it out and keep what I need to say next in my brain so that I won't forget it. So I'm going to slow down. So, then I saw her, the last time I saw her was at my ex-wife best friend's birthday party. And she had her hair shaved off. And she seemed like she was happy to see me and stuff like that. And I was like, oh yeah, I'm here with my wife. Because last time she had saw me, I was with another wife. Okay? And she was like she got upset about that. And I hadn't even remembered the all white part. I just didn't, let it go. I guess I had said what I had to say, and she felt how she felt, whatever. So anyway, my ex was in there with her girl, which I felt already that she was gonna be there. And I kept telling her, I was like, she gonna be there, watch. And when because I told myself, like, at the time she was my wife. I was like, go speak to her. You know what I'm saying? You want me to come with you? So she's like, yeah. So she spoke to her ex, but when she spoke to her ex, she was like, hey, friend. I was like, why would you say, hey, friend, when this is somebody who you was engaged to, who you was about to get married to prior to me? That just didn't make sense. That just sounded like some lie bullshit to me. Like, it didn't even, I'm like, ain't no way in the world I'm gonna be like, go up to my ex-wife or somebody I was engaged to and be like, hey, friend, oh, me and her just good friends. Tell my ex's girl at the time that, oh, that's just my good friend. No, nigga, that's a lie. That's a lie. And I was just like, And then, like, my wife at the time was very aggressive and controlling. Like, she wanted me to take a picture when I'm over there dancing. Come here, grabbing on me and stuff like that. And I'm just like, damn, what's wrong with her? It's like you're trying to show off or what? What the fuck, So I'm giving all of this to y'all so y'all can see how God, like, showed me this, like the LGBT plus is there's cults in the LGBT community. It's just like I said, this whole world's a damn cult. It's like, what group you gonna be in? You know what I'm saying? So what God told me was like, there's this group that's in Houston, and you will know them by when you go to like major LGBTQ plus outings, major outings. And there's this group that this one person who I could tell is some type of leader. Like, I know that she's a leader, but it was something, it was crazy because I remember, like, me dancing with her. And then every time we would see each other, there was like this magnetic pull in between us, almost like, and I'm going to say it, almost like good versus evil. I could remember walking in front of her and her tapping me on my shoulder. And this is a whole different person. And this is all going to make sense. I have to tell y'all this stuff to get to where I'm trying to get to. And she actually looks like my ex-wife. That's weird. That's the weird part. And when I turned around, we just looked at each other. It was like this, I can't explain it. It was like this thing. I could tell she wanted to do me. And at the time, be honest with you, I did want to do her. I'm being honest. And I was single. I was single. I was married, not to the next wife. Still married in the household, filing divorce. This person had already been cheating on me, wouldn't stop, doing the most, all of that. And we was in separate rooms. Anyway, there's a little backstory. And her group was always a big group of people, a big group of lesbians. They'd all be together. What God showed me was, it was like this. So there's these communities, groups, covens, cults, however you want to identify or express, that people want to be a part of because it comes with some type of incentive. Okay, you get well known, something. It was like, because I met my ex-wife through her best friend. It's like an initiation. Let's just say somebody want to be a part of something. They be like, I want you to holler at her. I want you to do this. You know, I want you to holler at her. Let's put it like this. Let's put it like this. Okay. When I met supposedly my twin flame, her best friend told her that I wanted to talk to her. I was sitting on the couch by myself, not bothering anybody, not, you know, minding my own business. And my ex-friend started, first initial name start with R. Okay? And her girl was there. Her first initial start was C. I went to the party with them. My friend at the time came to me and told me that somebody liked me. And I was like, is she cute? And then she's like, I think she cute, you know. I was like, okay, what's she? So I'm trying to look to see without her looking. And then she looks at me. This is not supposed to be my twin flame, my last wife. I look up now, I see this girl look straight at me. And I don't want to tell the whole story because it's going to be a long video. I'm just trying to give y'all pieces to bring it together. Long story short, I didn't say nothing to her. You know, I thought she was cute. To me, she looked like a goddess because she had a big old beautiful afro and she just had this presence about herself. But I don't approach people. I just don't. That's just my thing. I don't approach people. You like me, you want to talk? Cool, come over and I'll open up. But I'm not going to come and talk to you, approach you, because sometimes you don't even know if women straight or not. If you like them, you don't know. And I don't be wanting to disrespect nobody because some straight women, they get offended instead of thinking like, well, oh, this woman thinks I'm attractive. That's it. Let it be. Let it go. You know, I like you. Okay, boo, it's not that serious. Let me take that credit back from you because you didn't show me who you was. You simply just turn, just side note. Straight women. For lesbian women or men, gay men, straight men to the straight women. If a woman or a man approaches you and you're straight and they come and say, how you doing? You here with somebody, you don't got to do all that. All you got to just simply just tell them, hey, if they say you're beautiful, you can be like, thank you, I appreciate the compliment. They go a little further because they may not know that you're straight, Are you here with somebody? No, I'm looking for me a boyfriend or my husband at home, and I'm happy. That's it. If a lesbian's mature enough, she'll say, oh, yeah, do you like girls? No, let it go. You don't got to do all of that extra shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, be confident who you are. If you're not interested, you're not interested. Just tell them. You ain't got to, this whole dyke, like it ain't that deep, bro. And for the men, like, if a man approach you, you ain't got to be wanting to, like, fight him and shit like that and calling him out his name, sissies and punks and all that stuff. You ain't got to do all that. You just be like, look, bro, I'm with a whole woman. Dude, like, I like women, bro, okay? That's it, bro, all right? You take care of my dude. Something like that. You ain't got to be like, nigga, you old punk, you said, man, I should get my boys and beat you. That means that you're not secure in yourself, because when you're confident in yourself, you don't got to do that. You just simply express how you feel, tell that person how you feel, and then if they won't back off and they being disrespectful, I mean, that's a whole different story. But at the same time, you still ain't got to put your hands on them, tell them to back off. Now, if they touch you, that's your story, how that's going to happen. But it's a way to handle it maturely. So anyway, that was a side note. That's why I don't approach people. I don't approach people, and then I don't approach people because people tend to see me in a certain light because based off the way I dress. Like, my swag was, baby, let me tell you. Okay, I'm being real. My swag was just okay. So people just like, oh, she look like she got money, she a player, she this, she that. Okay, so I didn't know I had to look a certain way to be who I am. Like, that's weird to me. You know what I'm saying? Like, because I got swag, I'm supposed to be like, yeah, you feel what I'm saying, boo, a nigga want to take you home and do it. Nigga, I ain't doing all that. I ain't got time for that. That's whack to me, bro. I'm just going to be myself. Either like me or you don't. You know what I'm saying? But y'all be putting this picture in y'all mind based off the way somebody look and dress. And then when you approach them, and I'm like, hi. you get fucked up. That's because it's not about what you see on the outside. It's what's on the inside. Get to know people. Doesn't mean that because I'm a high kind of person that I'm not supposed to dress and look good and dress nice and smell right. Anyway, moving along. So God showed me where this group of people that always together, some kind of way, and I don't know when it started. I don't even know if my friend knew this shit. That was named initial start with R. And I honestly, she was real one day. She was like, I ain't gonna lie, I'll be jealous of you. That's kind of like why I just disappeared out of her life. So if she ever sees this video, that's why. Like, I don't have time for that. Don't be jealous of me, man, or girl, whomever, however you want to identify. Don't be jealous of me. Like, just get your shit for yourself. Like, this girl had her own career. But I'm over here, at the time, I'm working for DoorDash. How can you be jealous of somebody who ain't making the money that you making? I don't understand that. Well, you got this rental house and all that. Well, it's just because when I get money, I know I need to invest it so I can get money, so I can make money. I know that I need to invest that money. Me going to blow that money on something that's not going to bring me any income in for a time where I don't have no job. That's not smart to me. Doesn't mean that I'm rich. You always going on trips. Like, just people, the way they think, they just look at the outside. But it's none of their business how you get what you get either. It's not. Anyway, I shouldn't have to tell people that, right? So the way God showed me was, at some point, this group of people, because and I'm looking back, they all entwine with each other. Like, I see these people hanging with this one, they know that one, they all connected, Excuse me. It's almost like I was a bet. And my ex-wife took the damn bet. I bet you can't do this. You make her fall in love and then break her heart and da-da-da-da-da. The thing was, my ex fell in love with me. And then it got to the point where, she thought I was an easy target because she wanted to be initiated in this community, cult of lesbians, LGBT. Because I don't know if it was all just lesbians, but that's most of the people I've saw that was with that crowd of people. And this girl who says she knew me, the one who let her start with D, who never got a chance to know me, told the group that I was a hoe. And they believed it. So I became their target. And they do all kind of magic and hoodoo and this, no shade to New Orleans, you know what I'm saying? But it's a lot of that. It's a lot of that hoodoo in New Orleans. Witchcraft and shit. And some of these people were from there. So, I see within this group, God is showing me they do breakup spells. So, because the twin flame, that's not my twin flame. I don't want them. I don't want them because I don't want to get sidetracked. Okay, I'll go back to about that part. But this person was enticed into this and talk about she can, she gonna break my heart. She could do that so she could be initiated. And this was based off of some of the information that this person named D telling the group that I'm a hoe. And then instead of my twin flame going into the group and telling them the truth, like she really a good person, like she not anything that you guys said, she keep on putting the lies in the group to fit the narrative so she could be initiated because she wants to be in it so bad. And this group sleep with each other. That's where the polyamorous came from. Ooh, God. Connect the dots, Jesus. Connect it, Lord. That's where the polyamorous came from. In this group, though, there's STIs that's spreading around. And how you going to identify these people? If this like an investigator looking at this, start getting them tested. You're going to know who's sleeping with who. You gonna know who, because it's a STI that cannot be gotten rid of. You can't get rid of it. It's a life thing. Also, so yeah, I was a bit, and my twin flame, who was supposed to be my twin flame, did not know she was gonna end up falling in love with me. But because she's already was a manipulative con artist, heartbreak, all this stuff like that, she thought I was an easy target. But she ended up falling in love with me. Instead of her going to the group and saying like I'm really in love with her, she ended up marrying me, thinking like, oh well, I know how I'm gonna fix it. I'm gonna marry her, and then I'm gonna get this life insurance policy and do all of this on her, and then take her out. Like, it just had got to that point because she wasn't fulfilling the duty that she was supposed to do to be initiated to get this. They gave her a little money, give her a little disincentive. She was loving it. Other people wanted her in the group. She was doing people in the group and all of that. Instead of going with her heart space that God was pulling on to show her like, boo, this really your twin flame. Like, this really your person. You fucking over. That's why it's so hard for you to let go. It's so hard because this really truly is your twin flame. You over here doing love spells that these people didn't taught you how to do, and some of the people in your family know how to do because they didn't want you to be with me. Then that's a whole nother story. That's a whole nother cult. It's these sections of cults, y'all. And you doing, love spells on me, to keep me to you when I was naturally already ready in love. But you couldn't see that because you were so focused on trying to take me down, trying to, do whatever this leader in this group LGBT community is telling you to do, because you want to show them that you somebody, you can get it done, you this, you not ready, then say it all, what you can do, what you didn't pull, who you didn't done shit to, all that, and they want you to make it happen. But you can't, because every time you came into my energy, I brought you healing. I showed you your self-worth. I was nurturing. I was loving and caring. I was mystical to you. You couldn't understand why you couldn't take me down. And that's why I used to keep on saying like you mysterious. You mystical. You rare. That's what you said. God said, she said rare. You're rare. I never understood at the time why you kept saying that. You rare. I'm like, rare, okay? Because I wasn't the one that you could take down and get that another initiation underneath your belt. That's what it was. God is showing me. So you took a fucking bet on me, bro? God said it was all in his divine way to bring your ass down, though. Sit you down. In this cult. Y'all mess with the right one, baby. The only cult I'm in is a cult with God. And I don't even consider that a cult. But if you want to put me in one, I'm in a cult with God. The Most High. God, Lord. My ancestors and Papa, which is Yahweh, Jesus. That's the only cult I'm in, baby. My gifts are my gifts on my own. God give me these gifts. Nobody give me these gifts. God is the one who's leading me. Nobody else is leading me. Yes, I learned from other people things and how to connect things together so I can better myself, better my gifts, and enhance my gifts. But everything that I have comes from the Lord. It don't come from nobody out here in the world. It don't come from no cult, no initiation, none of that shit. Everything I have, so nobody can't take credit for anything that I have. And if I learn from things from other people, it's because God put it inside of them so I could hear it, so it can trigger something in me so that I can be able to express what I'm expressing now. So don't get it twisted, honey. This is all God, honey. All the glory and power go to God, not no human being, not no anybody else. Now you done played yourself. You done got in this group. And when you got in this group, you didn't know that leader was a whole demon. Was a whole demon. And now you spreading your body amongst this group, and this group got all kind of STIs. But you came for me. And I hear Arnu. I hear Arnu, my friend. Arnu was a setup. How y'all liking that setup? How y'all liking it? Y'all feeling God's wrath? That's why I tell you, you don't go around trying to judge people. And you don't judge a book by its cover. Because just because somebody a long time ago then gave me a damn name that wasn't even mine, but God said it was all divinely guided. He said, don't be mad, my child. He said, it's all divinely guided. I caused it. I allowed that so that this moment in time can happen. He want to set y'all asses down. And so, for this whole twin flame thing, and, yes, not only these people lied, this cult and these people who said D who know me don't know me. I promise you don't know me. My mama was alive when I met this person. My mama don't even know this person. Nobody other than my ex and her girl at the time even really knew that I liked the girl and she liked me. But the girl don't know nothing about me. She don't even know how many children I have unless somebody told her. And I'm quite sure you fed her a lot of information to make her come up with a whole narrative to try to make it fit me. Especially when you probably was doing some drinking and, some gummies or some shit, you probably spilled the whole bean so she could just keep up with the narrative that made you think that she knew me. But you just as worse as them because you got a chance to know me. You knew who I was. You knew I was not into that shit that them people said. But instead of you standing up for me, because you can't even stand up for yourself, can't even stand up to your damn family. How the hell you gonna stand up to your friends and anybody else in a damn cult? But instead of you telling the truth, you went along with it and you knew these people was like throwing magic and shit at me. You knew it. You knew these people was trying to take me out and all of that shit. You knew it. And you sat there and sat by and allowed it. Instead of helping me and telling me, this is what happened. And that's why you suffering. That's why you suffer, because you're getting your karma. God's giving you your karma. And that group. And God's taking down all these other groups that I've already mentioned. Because some of this shit is all entwined. Family members is in religious groups that do identity theft. You got the LGBT cults. All these damn different cults. This whole world is a bunch of cults. And initiations. Somebody want to be somebody. I am somebody if I'm nobody to anybody else. Because I'm somebody to God. And that's enough. That's enough. I don't have to be known by everybody or be set in front and center. God said you will be set in front and center. I heard that before I was even getting it out of my mouth. I am connected to the divine. And that's where I'll stay, and that's where I am. I am truly an earth angel. You don't have to believe me. I don't give a fuck. I really, honestly, I've learned to not give a fuck about a lot of things. Because the more and more I find out things about this world and people, it's starting to not even shock me anymore. Now you done got yourself entwined and all of that. It went down the wrong path. I'm going to tell you right now, I don't want to be with you no more. And if this confirmation I've already said it, I don't want to be with you no more. Whatever path you didn't pick, you picked it. Because in my mind, I can forgive all day long once I heal from everything. More and more the truth that God has given me. But what I'm not going to ever forget is that how you will betray someone you love. How will you let all these people attack me spiritually? How you allowed and was a part of me being targeted and gang stalked to bring me down, just so you can be seen and get attention. And it goes back to your mental health on some real stuff. If you would have just taken care of your mental health, get your mind right, Heal your childhood wounds and things that you were going through that you cannot seem to stand up to your family and tell them about how they've hurt you. Instead of you use a manipulation the way they raised you, not only against me, but you use it with them to come against me and others. You cry wolf. I don't ever want to be with you. I'll never ever trust you. I don't care if you flew, like I've told you before. I don't care if you came from the sky with wings on and looked like a glowing spirit. I don't care. I don't ever want to be with you because the fact that you had that kind of heart, and people could chunk it up to the whole, oh, it was spell work and all that. I didn't have spell work done on me. You don't see me out here doing it to people. You ain't see me turn into this dark person and start trying to figure out how to do black magic and do it on people. I don't need to do that. I have God. I believe in God. I don't ever want to be with you because I'll never ever look at you as the same. Twin flame, child, please. I don't care. I don't care about. I'm not gonna say I don't care about you healing because I really do want you to heal and find yourself and forgive yourself, but I don't ever want to be with you because I'll never be able to look at you in any different type of way other than what I know now about you and how you mistreated me. That's all I gotta say. So y'all, this God been giving me the truth. And it's bigger than just that. It's these different cults, y'all. They got something to do with things in my life. And some of y'all's life, the collective. All right, beautiful people. I love y'all. I have a blessed day. Bye.